Hi everyone in India, especially in Oroville. My name is Olivier, and I'm the co-director of the documentary film Ophir, which we're very excited to see being shown this year as part of the Oroville Film Festival and across in India, online. So the organizer just asked me, to send you this quick message. First of all, I want to apologize because I was supposed to be there with you physically, but of course, there's been so difficult with all the latest news, and changes and restrictions, with COVID. So that should be for another time, maybe. But we're still very happy, to see the film being shown, especially because the festival has a very important theme this year, which is human unity. And the film you're about to see will take you, to the middle of the Pacific Ocean in a place called Bougainville, that's still part of Papua New Guinea. And it's a very important place, a place that may actually become the world's newest nation. And going back, to human unity, I hope, this film will be a good tool of reflection for you about the structures of disunity, about what are the structures that we live with that are actually facilitating the fracture of societies, the fracture of communities, pitting brothers against brothers, communities against communities, cultures against cultures, etc. You know, um, it's a film that we have done over many years, working in partnership, with the communities of Bougainville. We started in 2013, and the film was completed in 2020, so over 7 years of work, and so it's very much a labor of love to try to tell their stories and why this story is so significant, in the world. Um, we have also, because we believe, the story is extremely important and deserved something else as well. We strongly believe in the power of education, and so with our partners, both in Bougainville and outside, we've created a whole educational multimedia platform with over 30 short films, and as well as all the key colonial records that can help you go beyond the film if you're interested. And you can find that on the film's website as well. If after the screening you go back and you have questions and you want to learn more about what occurred on Bougainville, then you can do that. You can just go on the film's website, and there is an educational multimedia link that you can follow. And because, yeah, when you face, problems such as, the ones that Bougainvilleans have faced and are still facing today, you're not just looking at simple enemies. You're actually looking at structures that have been in place over decades and decades, even centuries. Structures of exploitation and destruction, and these are extremely difficult to fight. And not just fighting, but actually changing to hopefully, create more balanced societies, which is the aim, of many communities across Bougainville. And you will see it, in the film. I don't want to mention too much about it. But in order to be able to change those, it appeared to us that it was essential to make those structures visible. Um, we're so immersed in them that very often we forget about them. And we just, simply accept the status quo and go on with our lives without actually stopping, questioning, why is it that, what are the seeds of violence? Where does it come from? Why are people, pitted against each other? And this is, hopefully, what you will see in the film, and I hope, it will be a great reflection tool for you, because I don't see any other ways, than empowering people through knowledge. Um, if we are to change the situation, as we speak, over the next couple of years, Bougainville may actually become the world's newest nation. Um, and there are tremendous pressures. When the film credits will roll, you will see the latest information as we put them in early 2020. But there is tremendous pressures from extremely big and powerful companies to try to get a hold again, on Bougainville's resources. So the story is very much ongoing, and I predict that, it will become only more relevant as the years pass, but especially in the next 5 years. Of course, indigenous societies are, it's not just in Bougainville. The story you're about to see is a story that takes place worldwide. Um, but it's, for me, um, it highlights, fundamental questions about where are we going, collectively, and what can we do to move forward in a more peaceful way. So yeah, with this, don't hesitate to reach out to us if you're interested in those issues. If you enjoyed the film, you can also, always pass on, all the messages to our friends in Bougainville as well, which we are still working very closely with. So I wish you a very good screening, and hopefully, see you soon in India.